I've been on my grind for years, and I'm not here trying to steal. I need extra to decide to deal. I'm just trying to ball and live on a middle.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, the real J Boogie, aka 83JB. I just wanted to come at y'all with a quick little video, all right? So I've been doing some install on the Cutlass, the 83 Cutlass Hearse, and I was having a problem with my high beams and low beams, all right? So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show y'all and explain it. So on your dash, you know, you got the off switch, the park lights, and the high beams and low beams. You push it once and your headlights is supposed to come on. The low beams is supposed to come on, all right? And you cut it off. Now, my problem is when I would cut this on, only my high beams would come on. So I'm like, man, what the hell is going on with my low beams? I was up here, you know, trying to figure out the wiring and stuff. My wiring is actually right. So let me show y'all how I fixed it. Okay, what the problem was. So this is how you turn on and off your high beams, right? So when you come in your car, you got to take this off. It's about 4 screws on that. You take that off. Then you're going to find a bracket like this, okay? It got 2 bolts on the side. Then you got 4 bolts at the bottom, okay? Those was 13 millimeter, and these 2 was 15 nuts, all right? 15 millimeter nuts. So the problem was with mine is this was in the high beam position. It was pushed in, all right? So when you, when you flick your lever, this makes that rod push in and out, okay? To turn your high beams on and off. So when I took my bracket and stuff off, my rod was not even inside there. So if your rod is just hanging, you got to put it back inside that hole right there, okay? That was one of the problems. The other problem was this was pushed in already, so the high beams was already on. That's why I couldn't get my low beams. Now, I couldn't turn it off, of course, because the rod wasn't in there. So what else was my problem is that it was out of adjustment, okay? So you see this bracket right here? Let me focus in. This bracket right here, okay? So you're gonna unscrew, you're gonna loosen that up, and then it's another one. It's another one back here, okay? Those are 8 millimeters. All right, you're gonna loosen those up, and you're gonna slide this bracket towards you. All right, that way, towards you. All right, you're gonna slide it that way, and then you're gonna tighten it back down. Hold it in that position, test it out before you tighten it down and put your stuff back on. All right, so I held it in position. I flicked my lever to make sure it would push the, I'm gonna say button, push the button in and out, okay? So I did that, and I tightened it up to where I needed to be. And I'm gonna show y'all that I got my high beams now, all right? So I'm gonna cut my lights on. All right, those the low beams. Now I'm gonna flick my switch. I'm gonna flick my switch so y'all can see the high beams. Low beams, high beams. And y'all hear that click. That's how you know it's working. You gotta hear that click, all right? So that's how you solve your high beams and low beams, all right? But if you do that and it's still not working, you're gonna have to change the, I'm gonna say solenoid. I'm gonna call it a solenoid. You're gonna have to change the solenoid then and replace it, okay? That's how you solve that, all right? So I just wanted to come to y'all and show y'all how you solve them problems if you're having issues with your high beams and low beams. It's your boy, the real J Boogie. I'm out.